Happy Finance Friday. First Ontario's Dave Schurman is back. We're continuing the discussion on RRSPs and TFSAs. And good morning, Dave. We're going to get started right away with a viewer question from Katie in Hamilton. She asks, my employer of 11 years has a defined benefit pension plan, and I will hopefully be there another 20 plus years until retirement. I have a tax-free savings account, but I'm unsure if also having an RRSP makes sense. And she asks for your help.
Well, thank you for that, Katie. And yes, an RRSP certainly does make sense. I'm glad you have a pension plan. Some people do, many people don't. But I haven't ran into too many seniors or retirees. I don't know if you have, Annette, that say they have too much income in retirement.
Nope.
Usually it's the opposite. You can always find ways to spend money in retirement, and you should hope to be healthy and live for a long time. But there's some other reasons as well. An RRSP, obviously, and we talked about it last week as well, has more tax advantages than a tax-free savings account because of the fact that you get that instant tax rebate. And then you can invest that, and Katie says she has another 20 or so years to work. So that can be a significant savings and investment over the next 20 years. The other thing to think of is, even though you have a pension plan today, your employer certainly can make changes to that plan, and many employers do. You said you did plan on staying that same employer, but things happen. You may move. Your next employer may not have the same kind of pension plan, so an RRSP does make sense. If your spouse or partner doesn't have a pension plan or as good a pension plan, you can make a spousal deposit using your contribution room. You get the tax refund, and your spouse starts to save for retirement. So there's a lot of other reasons. Matter of fact, another big one too is that you can use your RRSPs early in retirement in order to delay Canada Pension Plan and Old Age Security until later, because that increases those benefits significantly if you delay. So again, many reasons why to have an RRSP, even though you have a pension plan.
Okay. Great answer there. Our next question comes from Alicia. She asks, I've got RRSPs and no, they have to be switched to a RRIF at age 71. Could you go into some detail, she asks, about what a RRIF is and what the limitations and the plus points are? And is there any benefit to move RRSPs to a RRIF before age 71?
Well, thank you again for that, Alicia. And it just kind of piggybacks almost the last one. So now, you've built your RRSPs during your working years, and you get to retirement, and you get to turn those RRSPs into income. So a RRIF is very much like an RRSP. It's a registered account. There's no tax on the account while the money's in there. You can still invest it like an RRSP, but you start to turn it into income. You can no longer contribute to it, so you start to draw down. There is a minimum amount. You can start taking it out as early as age 55. Most people start at around 65. But the minimum amount that you have to take out every year increases as you get older. So at some point you will deplete the funds in your RRIF because you're taking out more and more every year. Now there's no maximum, so you can take it as much as you want, but then again you would deplete your funds even a little bit earlier. So in terms of the question, should I take it out before 65 or before 71? Most people do, because they use it for retirement. And again, much to Katie's question, if you do convert to a RRIF and start using that income early in retirement, it could help you delay Canada Pension Plan and Old Age Security if you can live without it, because it will increase that. The other thing as well on converting to a RRIF is it's not the only option. You could take it out in cash. Many people don't do that because you're going to pay more tax. You could also convert it to an annuity, which provides more of a lifetime income, and it doesn't deplete. Maybe we could talk about annuities in another session, but
okay.
There's many good benefits.
I always learn so much from these sessions, so thank you to Katie and Alicia for asking those questions. And if you have a financial question or a topic you want covered by Dave, email your questions to financefriday@firstontario.com or get in touch through Twitter @finance_Friday. And if your question or topic is covered on air, you could win a gift card from a local business in your community. Have a great weekend, Dave. Awesome to talk to you.
You too, Annette. Take care.